Poetry. God's talking. Somewhere from heaven. Poetry. Or just humans trying efforts to reach something divine. In 2001, after a long career in filmmaking and politics, Jörn Donner decides to publish and donate to over 500 schools a collection of poetry. Finnish poets who wrote in Swedish. Those poets still alive get to choose which poems from them will be included. Karpelan chooses the works of those who have passed away. The box set cost around 300 marks at the time. Contents were not sold separately. Ruins of a church in Vasa. Nearby the ruins of the school the national poet Runeberg studied. Runeberg wrote in Swedish to create Finland. Many of his poems deal with life in rural Finland. The Tales of Ensign Stall, written between 1848 and 1860, is considered the greatest Finnish epic poem outside the native Kalevala tradition. It contains tales of the Finnish War of 1808-09 with Russia. The first poem, Our Land, became at the time the unofficial Finnish national anthem. Donner was born on the same day as Runeberg. Neither no longer here. Their words live. Ord lever. Words helping through sorrow. Words building nations and myths. Children learning to recite them in schools. At least some generations did. Reading used to be worth it. As a young man, Jörn Donner hangs out with Jean-Paul Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir. He befriends Pablo Neruda. He considers Neruda the biggest influence in his career as an author. He talks about the unforgettable poetry of Neruda. Once I visit Neruda's home in Santiago de Chile. There, an Italian couple tells me Finland is a fairy tale land. In his youth, Donner befriends Elmer Diktonius. Later, he makes a documentary film about him, publishes books about him. He first submits his text to the university that doesn't consider it fit for academic purposes. He continues working on it and publishes it as a biography, resulting in one of the best books of his later career. Worthy of the report books of his youth. In a world filled with images, somewhere a child might still discover a box full of poetry.